Sharice Gibson coming to you live from the Love Louisiana stage, right next to the Jack over here at Spanish Plaza, and it is a French Quarter Fest 2024, and it is a gorgeous day. The weather is perfect, complete opposite to what it was yesterday. I am here with one of my favorite DJs. Well, he really is my favorite DJ, DJ Raj Smoove, and I know that a lot of y'all know who DJ Raj Smoove is. How you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Okay, so now you're not just out here enjoying the festival.
Oh, no.
We were just having a conversation about the DJ stage that they
The
have
Posse
now.
Gen DJ stage going on right in Spanish Plaza.
Yeah, you got
Next
that.
to the
You were
aquarium.
involved with that.
Yeah, I helped it out, helped curate some of the DJs and, put the whole idea together. So, I'm just happy to be a part of it with French Quarter Fest, that we could bring some hip hop to the scene out here.
You know what? And if guys don't know you, the younger people may only see you at Ace. Younger people may see you DJing, whether it's at the Pelicans games, whether it's at the Saints games. You are literally the DJ of New Orleans. You are everywhere. But you have a storied history. I mean, we go all the way back to Cash Money.
I mean, even before that,
Right.
that was a decade in.
Right.
I started in junior high school. Shout out to all the Livingston Seagulls out there. But through junior high school, college at Dillard.
Right.
It's been my life. It's been my career. Like I've never had a day job.
Right.
So it's been an amazing experience, and 30 plus years doing it, and I'm just happy that I can still get on stages and talk to people. Like this.
Well,
So.
I love the fact that I can see you everywhere. I mean, I always give you a hug when I see you at A's. I always recognize when Raj Smoove is playing. Trust me, he always gets the room turned up, whether it's a game or anything. Just you have a particular touch. What is your secret? Is there like a Raj Smoove sort of DJ secret you have?
It's just paying attention.
That distinguishes you?
Paying attention to the room and making sure you play the right song at the right time.
Right.
There's a lot of different, vibes, genres, energies, and just, trying to find that middle ground and get everybody in there having a good time and just loosened up.
Well, I know that right now there's a big demand for different genres of music. So you have Afrobeats that's really getting hot right now.
Hot.
It's getting a lot of people out there on the scene and on the dance floor. How do you keep up with all of it? Do you just kind of pay attention to what's on the charts?
I don't really pay attention to the charts. I pay attention to the people.
Right.
What might I hear somebody playing when they're driving down the street? What is it that folks come and request? What are the people that I'm around listening to? What are some things that I happen to come across that I like? Because
Right.
a lot of times the songs on the radio are not the records that go all the way up.
Really?
So, just finding those, them little niche songs that you play and people I didn't know anybody else knew about that. I
Right.
appreciate you for playing that for me.
Right.
So, being able to make those personal connections even within a larger crowd, I think is very important.
I have to say, as a person who sometimes is on the club scene in New Orleans, the club scene in New Orleans is typically different than the club scene in other cities. So what is it different for you? Like when you play and you DJ here, what gets the crowd moving here versus someone in Dallas or someone in New York City?
I mean, every region kind of has its own style of music.
Right.
We have bounce music, and once you kind of get 30 miles outside New Orleans, you got ratchet,
Right,
music
right,
and
right.
the jig stuff. Texas has their own style, Atlanta has their own style. So, a lot of that just comes from the culture and from the experience. A lot of the music we rock to down here with the bounce music has a lot of, jazz and brass band
Right.
influences in it with the rhythms and all the second line stuff. So, playing music that speaks to the audience that you're in front of. So even when I would travel and, be out of town doing stuff, what's hot in those cities, what I'm saying? And knowing what those people react to, because it's not I'm there to play what the people want to hear,
Right.
so that they can have a good time.
Do you typically find yourself now, you're how many years in the game? Oh my goodness.
34.
34 years in the game. Do you feel like you have served now as a mentor to other younger DJs that are coming up? Because I see a lot of people in your wing.
I've definitely tried to reach back, my dad is a jazz musician and composer and an educator, so it's when I was little and people would be coming to the house and he would be schooling them and teaching them, and if there's nothing else I've tried to do to follow in my father's footsteps was, to be a mentor in that regard and pass on the knowledge and the things that I've learned to the next generation.
Well, you told me earlier today that you had some involvement with the stage for the DJs now. you are also on the board for
Yes.
French Quarter Fest. So how did this conversation come about? Why did you think having your own stage was important?
I mean, I've been doing my thing in the city for a while, and French Quarter Fest has always, from my experience from dealing with them for this short amount of time, are very interested in expanding the experience and,
Right.
and catering to different audiences to be more inclusive.
Right.
So, definitely try to reach a younger generation and trying to figure out some cool ways to do that. And, I guess the DJ idea had been floating around for a while. So, me coming into the mix, it was like, yo, let's bounce this off of Raj. I was
Right.
like, we definitely need to do that. And it's came to fruition now.
I think the conversation about inclusivity and all activities within Jazz Fest, whether it's French Quarter Fest, Jazz Fest, Armstrong Festival, whatever it is, I think that's something that's been at the forefront. And so having people like you at the table on the planning stages of this, it seems like it came to fruition what it is that you wanted.
I'm just happy I get to help put my people on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cut my people a check. Like, let's
Right.
go. Put them on the platform. Let's give everybody a chance to shine. And, that helps to expand the whole experience,
Right.
and make it greater year after year.
Is there something this year that you're looking forward to? I know that you are DJing everywhere and you're consistently busy all the time. He just ran down his schedule to me for this weekend, and I don't even see how he's going to give room for sleep. What do you look forward to this year?
I don't know. Like, I think what I was excited to see has already happened. Like, everybody is in place. Like,
Right.
the opportunity has been given, and people's names are on the schedule that haven't had a chance to, like, they might have been out here as a fan or a customer to kind of like see what was going on.
Right.
But now, they have a chance to officially be involved as a part of the weekend, and deliver that experience, to the fans out here. So,
Right.
Having, like my homie DJ Hollaback sent me a text earlier today. He was like, yo,
Yeah.
like, I'm done, you up next. Like, I feel good, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I played a part in, making sure he got an opportunity to be on the stage and do his thing.
Yeah.
I'm doing it tonight. Tomorrow, the artist is going to be out here DJing, you know what I'm saying? I help get her plugged in. And
Right.
Hot Sizzle's going to be out here with TBC Brass Band.
Everybody get your zone.
Sunday, 504 Icy Girl and Poppy H going to be out here on the Gumbo little set.
Yeah.
Flag Boy Gibbs and the Brass Harlots are going to be playing.
Oh.
Water Seed's going to be out here doing their thing. So it's like being able to be involved with all of my people out here and help to contribute. Like, that's what I look forward to, and that's what I'm
Right.
happy about.
And this is why we need people like you at the table, though, so that we can get more of our people on the scene.
Yeah, we need to be here. We represent.
Okay, so tell me this: you're going to get on the stage. You're getting on the stage this weekend.
I'm going on in like 10 minutes.
Oh,
What
he's
time-
going. No,
what time
he's
is
going
it?
on in 10 minutes.
What's the clock? I don't know.
He said,
What time
you
is
have
it?
30 more minutes.
Okay,
It's
I got
5
30
o'clock.
minutes.
5
Okay.
o'clock. He's going into 30 minutes. But when you get up there, when you typically play a festival, obviously different from playing a club. Give me the DJ secrets, because my friend DJ Vintage, I love him very
That's my
much.
dog.
But I always like joke with him when he's playing, like, I can easily do this, and he said, you wish. How do you develop the skills? I don't even know how to play the next song on my playlist.
It's just years of practice and experimentation. Like,
Is
every
there anything
time,
that went bad for you?
my first gig.
Your first gig? What
My,
was that
my
like?
first DJ gig, it was a 13-year-old birthday party
Uh-huh.
for my friend Carmen, who used to
13-year-old
live
birthday
across
party.
the apartment from me in when I used to live in Georgetown in the East.
Oh, yeah.
So she moved. They moved on up. They got a crib out of Eastover.
Yeah.
And I was a partner, so it's like I DJ'd her 13th birthday party. She went to Fantasy Williams.
Right.
And I'm young. I'm 14 years old. And I think everybody likes the same music I like. So when I go on this party, like, I'm playing Tribe Called Quest and
Yeah.
Brand New, being in like all of this backpack hip hop, New
Right.
York, East Coast stuff. I thought it went well, but then the next year, this girl, we just happened to be talking at 35, the beginning, first couple of days back to school. She was like, oh, you DJ Carmen party. And I was like, yeah. She was like, I heard you can't DJ.
Oh,
and I was
no.
like,
No.
like just, So that was kind of like, the early dawn on me that everybody does not like what I like.
Right.
And I need to find out what the people want to hear so that they can be like, yo, we had the greatest time ever.
Right.
So like after that, you know, I was off to the races. Like, let me see what, you know, then it was kind of like a science thing for me. Like, let me check this out. Let me see if this works, and finding out what goes on. And then, you know, when I was at Dillard University, like second semester my freshman year, I started doing like all of the events. So the basketball games, the parties, the poetry nights, like, oh, we just need some music in the cafeteria. Raj, come set up. Right. So, you know, I really kind of had a laboratory to figure out what people wanted to hear, how they wanted to hear it. You know, and I'm still figuring it out now. Like every gig is practice for the next one.
Right. All right. So people can see you on which stage?
The Posygin stage in 30 minutes, 5 o'clock. So if you're not here, drive fast, get here. We're going to do it.
All right, and it's a pretty good crowd out here, but it's not too packed, so people can still get out here today. So you can check out DJ Raj Smoove.
There should be some parking on the street somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. Look, I love you so much. I've always appreciated you and appreciate what you're doing, not only for the culture, but what you bring in the culture into places where we don't typically see it. That makes me excited. All right, so we know that you got to go. DJ Raj Smoove, thank you so much.